Hey, what is going on, guys? It's the Heart Pirates TCG here, and I'm bringing you another video from my locals. And this one was actually on Sunday. This is the first locals I ever got to go to on the weekend because I'm usually very busy during the weekends. But we have Kinemon versus Kinemon. This is actually, I think, the first green mirror I've ever put on my channel. The first Kinemon mirror. Real quick, want to shout out my Patreon people. Thank you guys so much. I love you so much. One of my Patreon people is actually on the left. It's Mr. Alessandro here, and he's using some custom Dawn that he got from Davidson TCG. I'm gonna put a link in the description, guys, but if you use code HeartPirates, then you'll actually get 10% off, and he's got a lot of different stuff that you can choose from too. So just a good way to get you some discounts. I'm not getting any like I don't like get any like money from this, but I think he did a really good job on these Dawns, so on this Dawn. So go ahead and check it out. That's my alarm right there telling me I need to wake up. It is 11 a.m. I had a long night last night. But anyway, let's get back to the game here. It looks like Alessandro on the left went ahead and went second. He played in Okiku and passed after our Kinemon player on the right played, what is his name? Momonosuke. So the play here would be to put one on Okiku. Disregard. Well, yeah, still put one on Okiku. Wow. Quite odd. In my opinion, he should have put one on Okiku and swung to get the Momo rested and then killed it. Well, actually, never mind then. Never mind. I think sorry guys, I'm all over the place today. No, so it looks like he did do a Paradise Waterfall and saved that Momonosuke somehow. I don't know exactly how. Oh, he did 5 at leader and then put Momonosuke back up. Alessandro, that was a big misplay, big dog. That was a big time misplay. So, our Momonosuke gets a second search. He's looking at the top 5 cards of his deck and getting that parallel Odin that I sold him the day or the week prior. So I'm pretty much famous, guys. My parallel is in this video. And I mean, Odin, God, Odin's just such a good card. The fact is, like, he can play very aggressively because he can swing 8 at life and then just restand himself. He doesn't even have to swing again. So if you're worried about him dying from an attack, you can just restand him for 3 Dawn. It's just crazy good. Then he goes ahead and swings 7 at life. Our player on the left goes ahead and takes that. So it is now 3 life to his 5 life. So he is in a commanding position here life-wise. However, that means that our green player has a lot more cards in his hand than our player on the right. Now that might change it a little bit because he just swung at his leader for 5. He went ahead and took that, played Law, picked up the Okiku, plays the Bonnie, taps the Bonnie with his last Dawn, and then whiffs off the Bonnie. That is a great start. I will say, Alessandro, I know this sounds crazy, but I would have just picked up that Okiku and replayed the Okiku. Because Bonnie, because that's another swing threat the next turn. Looks like our player on the right just drops Odin on 7 Dawn and just passes. Now it's our player on the left's turn to deal with it. Our Kinemon player on the left's turn to deal with it. He doesn't have anything in his hand. It looks like he has a 7-drop Kid. Which could be huge. So what I would do is I would use whatever Dawn. If you have a waterfall, then just like keep the Dawn up, obviously. But if you don't have any other Dawn, use it on an attack to his leader, and then drop the Kid. That's what I would do. But I don't know how much Dawn he has. I think he has 8 Dawn entirely, in its entirety. That is the best option. Attack. Don't leave any of your characters rested. You know, obviously attack with your leader. Don't leave any characters rested. And go 7-drop Kid. That is the goal. Looks like he plays Bonnie. He has a choice between Apu and Beige. He picks up the Apu, which is smart. Looks like he has double killer in hand, so he doesn't really need the blockers that much. However, When you're facing down Odin, it is a tough position to be in. So it looks like he's gonna swing 6 at life. Our player on the right's gonna go ahead and take that. He's gonna play the Law, pick up the Bonnie, and then play Killer, and then put a Dawn under Killer. Again, yeah, I mean that's probably fine. That's probably fine. Looks like our player on the right goes ahead and plays Raizo, which I didn't know a lot of people were still playing in Kinemon. I just don't think that it has its value too much. I know I was talking to someone, and he told me that in the mirror that Raizo is really good, just because like you can see the advantage that you generate from the Raizo, but it just feels like there isn't too much of a point to be playing him, if that makes sense, just because he dies so easily to everything, guys. Like he dies to like, you know, Okiku, Yamato, Izo, Nekamamushi. He just dies to so much, you know, in the mirror, so it just feels like he won't ever really get his effect off. Then he plays, oh my goodness, our player on the wow, what a turn. Our player on the right goes ahead and plays Hawkins. He plays a Toki and a Beige. Now Hawkins, I will say, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan, to say the least. I was considering actually putting in Hawkins in my kid deck, because if you're not playing against black, that card is absolutely nutty. It's absolutely nutty. It's crazy. Wow, yeah. So that's Hawkins. Now, our player on the left, I don't know if there's a way for him to deal with that. He does have the Okiku, but he has double blockers. So he's going to have to figure out a way to tap the Hawkins and get rid of both blockers and get through. And if he does that, he's tapping every single card on his field, and that Kinemon is going to get to work the next turn. So he's in a bad position here. He's checking his phone to see if he... he's checking his phone to see if he can Google how to get out of this situation here. I don't know if there's a way that I can see right now. It's tough. It's tough. He's thinking hard here. He's like, I could tap that Hawkins, and I hate to say it, Alessandro, but this is where that second Okiku could have really came in handy right there. Could have really came in handy. So he's gonna go 6 at life, and then he's gonna rest the Toki. Then he's gonna probably attack the Toki right there. Toki goes down. And then where is he gonna go here? He's gonna play his own Odin. And then he's gonna go ahead and pass. So I'm getting very excited here. Both these players are my friends, so it's like funny watching them battle it out and like stress over like these little plays, because I just love them. They both get so like heavily pressured in these situations. It heats up the room around us. You can feel the tension in the air. And I think I was right next to them actually when this game was playing, and I didn't even see the Hawkins, which is cool. That's a cool tech, Chris, if you're watching this video. Yeah, so Hawkins against, you know, black is terrible, and probably is just discard fodder if you have a card, if you have discard fodder. But in every other matchup, it's pretty solid to say the least. Well, it also can get Jet Pistol too. Maybe not. maybe Hawkins. It's a little risky, but I like the play. So he's gonna go ahead and swing. He's gonna put one dot on Hawkins. He's gonna swing 8 at Okiku, and I would just let the Okiku die. You have another one in hand. You don't have any dot up. That Okiku is gonna die regardless, irregardlessly. No, don't block that. No. Oh, he's gonna counter out of that by blocking with Law, which is something I don't recommend doing, especially when he has full Dawn up, because now both of those cards are probably going to die. And you just got rid of 2 cards in your hand. He still has the restand with Yamato, or with Odin, and then he has Hawkins. Hawkins has double strike, or double swing, so he's going to be restanding a lot. And, well, actually, I mean, I guess it's not a horrible play, because if Hawkins does restand himself and swing again, then both the Odin and the Hawkins will be tapped, and then your Odin can get to work, you know? So maybe that's kind of the play that he wanted to do. Then he's gonna go ahead and put 2 on Raizo and swing at Law and swing at Okiku for 6. He goes ahead and draws a card off that. The advantage is already pouring in, boys. And then what is he gonna do? He still has looks like, what is it, 7 Dawn? I mean, obviously he's gonna restand this Odin here. But the question is he gonna swing again? I wouldn't. I would just attack with Hawkins with 1 extra Dawn, see if that goes through, and then restand him. And then honestly, you did your job. But he chooses to not do that. He chooses to attack with the Odin here. And then the Law goes down. A bit of a misplay for sure. I definitely would have attacked with the Hawkins, because now the Odin's in peril here. Then he goes ahead and plays Killer, another blocker, puts a Dawn on Killer to draw the extra card, and then he's gonna pass with 1 Dawn up. Is he baiting the Paradise Waterfall, guys? I just looked at his hand. I didn't see it. If he has the Paradise Waterfall, though, that's a pretty good bait. That is a great bait, mate. Doing that with the Odin there. So, looks like our player on the left has a ton of cards in hand. Looks like he's got a Yamato. He's got a few things. However, none of that is really that helpful right now. If he only had that other Okiku, that is unfortunate. If only he had that other Okiku. While we're waiting for him to play, to figure out what he's gonna do, I want to let you guys know that if you join our Discord, we have a sign up sheet where you can sign up for a giveaway for a box of OP01. It's a sealed box of OP01. I won it at a case tournament a few months ago, and I've just held on to it for a while. And yeah, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, that's what we're gonna go ahead and give away. So very excited for that. We're at about like 810 right now, somewhere like that, somewhere around there. So thank you guys for all your support, and make sure to sign up for that tournament in the Discord. The link's gonna be in the description below. Looks like our Yamato, our player on the left, drops Yamato to rest that Killer. Then he's gonna swing at something, and our beige is gonna block it on the right. And he still has, looks like 5 Dawn left. Something like that. 5 Dawn. And obviously one of them is going to be to restand the Odin. But do you want to rest that Law is the problem. Law is going to attack the Raizo. Our player on the right has a ton of blockers in his hand, by the way, guys. He has 2 Killers, a Toki, and then something else. He's got an Izo, it looks like. Then he plays a Killer, plays a Beige, and then he's going to pass with 2 up. So that represents a Punk Gibson, which will rest his Killer the next turn, which is totally fine. Totally fine. I think that's a smart play. Have 2 blockers for the 2 Odin attacks or the 2 Hawkins attacks. You got a couple cards in hand, not enough though. Our player on the right definitely has more cards in hand. That Hawkins put him in a super odd position. It's tough to come back from that. It is very tough to come back from that, but it's not over yet. It's still tied 2-2. This game is actually like very good, very like coming down to the wire game. There's only a few things that I would do different on each side, but other than that, it's been pretty solid from both players, I want to say. Shout out to Chris and Alessandro. So it looks like now our player on the left has the advantage. He has an Odin, he has a Law, he's got double blockers and a Yamato with 2 Dawn up representing a Punk Gibson. And our player on the right has basically 5 attacks he can do for essentially 4 Dawn. You know, 3 for the restand of Odin and 1 for Hawkins, the restand of Hawkins. So he's going to put 1 on Hawkins. And in my opinion, Hawkins should always swing at 8. If you're like, you should always do the 2 Dawn over, or 2000 power over, just because you don't want to have to restand. You don't want to actually have to tap him. You want to put 2 Dawn on him to make them either waste the cards, and he's gonna die anyway, or just make them feel like, oh, what's the point? He's gonna die anyway, and then not waste the cards, and that way you get a free attack. So that's what it looks like our player on the right is doing. He swings 8 at the Law, and he goes ahead and blocks that with the Killer, draws a card off that. Then he's gonna play. He's gonna restand him, play Punk Gibson, and then he's gonna also discard Momonosuke, I think. I would let this one go. Actually, no. Block this one. Yeah. Good job. Because then he's gonna have to restand him and then attack again. That'd be huge. That would be absolutely huge. So, maybe he put more on Hawkins than I thought he did. Maybe put like 3 or 4. So then he goes ahead and swings 10 at the Law. Law goes down. There's no stopping that. Then he swings 5 at Life. I would take that too. Nice. I was gonna say you can trigger into something, or just you need the cards in your hand to battle. Now you are at a life disparity here. However, oh no, I was gonna say, oh man, if he was Kid, he could have gone for game here, to be honest. Like if he had like something to rest that last character, he could have gone for game. Because you had 2 attacks on Odin, 2 attacks on Kid and Yamato. Just do like yeah, you had 5 attacks to do 3 damage to swing like 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. That's what I would do. But he's not playing Kid, unfortunately. All right, so let's see what he does here. Looks like he goes ahead and plays Izo here to tap that Toki. That's going to be 3 Dawn now, so now he's at 7 Dawn. 3 of that has to go to Odin. Okay. 3 of that has to go to Odin. Now, you're at a crossroads here. You have to kill that Hawkins no matter what. Okay? So what I would do is put 2 on that Odin and restand him. So 2 on the Odin, swing 10 at Hawkins. That way there's no way you don't swing, and don't swing with that Kinemon first, by the way. You have to still represent him as a threat. So put 2 on that Hawkins, kill him, and then restand him, and then swing 10 at the Odin and possibly kill him. So he's going to swing just 6 at the Hawkins. He's going to counter out of that one with a Killer in hand. This is your time. He still has the Punk Gibson, which could save him. In my opinion, you have to go 2, because you have the perfect amount of Dawn. You go 2 on Odin, swing at the Hawkins, restand him, swing at the Odin, save some for Punk Gibson. That is the play. That's what I think you should do. I think that's gonna give you the best chance of victory right there. Or you could even, if you wanted to, use the last 2 Dawn to play a blocker. It's up to you. I actually prefer the Punk Gibson here. That's what I would do. Because if you put 8, there you go. There you go, buddy. Swing at the Hawkins first, though, right? You're swinging at the Hawkins first. He's swinging 10 at something. Is it going to be the Hawkins? The Hawkins is the most dangerous thing right now. And he goes down. You made the right play, buddy. You made the right play. Okay, now what happens? What happens now? Then he's going to swing 10 at the Odin, leaving 2 Dawn up. And then he's going to save it, but he discards every card out of his hand. Then he's going to go ahead and pass, I believe, with 2 Dawn up. Now, he is at a little bit of a low life here, so he could actually swing for game if he goes... Is he just going to go 5, 14, 14? Or what is he? It's 7... No, 5... 15, 15. Is he? He puts, how much Dawn does he have? So he puts 6 Dawn on him. And swings at, what is that? 14. So he has a Punk Gibson in hand. That's so risky. He takes it. Then he swings 14 again. And he Punk Gibson's, putting him at 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Exactly. And there's the GGs, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll be posting more videos. Be sure to join our Discord, like, comment, and subscribe if you guys like this video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.